Today's date is the 15th of July 2007. We have a 1979 450 SEL Mercedes-Benz, which will be going on to eBay later on this afternoon. I've had the car for probably around 3.5 years. I had a collection of Holdens years ago, and I wish to do the same with Mercedes-Benz, but unfortunately I've run out of room, and that is the truth. I've got space for one car only, which is a 560 SEL. So this big beast is going to be moved on. Anyway, look, the body is, let's go through the badging first, and as we would expect, in the right position. The body is quite lovely. I'd say in very good condition with minimal rust. I'll go through the rear bumpers are very straight, and the chrome is excellent. Rear quarters are the same. The car was apparently painted in the mid-90s, and it was done properly. The only thing I can pick is, I'll show you that shortly when we look at the boot. Mouldings are all good. She has a light non-original tint on the windows. Now, the doors are generally, well, they are excellent condition, with no visible rust externally. Left-hand passenger's front guard, there's a little bit of rust just starting to come through there, and the rest of it's pretty good underneath the sills. Nothing really visible. There'd have to be some surface rust somewhere, but there's a little spot just there as well coming through. Mouldings on the front. The chrome on the grille is in excellent condition, as is the paint on the bonnet. I do have a brand new old stock grille which goes with the car, which I'll show you shortly. Front bumpers are in great condition. The rubbers are very straight. The chrome's good. Rubbers are in great order. All the chrome sill mouldings are good. Original wheels are fitted. Driver's side, little bit of rust on the lower sill, and that's pretty much it for the rust there. Looks like there's just a little drop near the jacking point there as well, just a touch on the rear, but it's very good for us, this car. Now, let's go over the rest of this passenger driver's side. Little bit of a mark in the rear wheel arch mould there. Now, some rust that I've noticed. The sunroof, factory sunroof, there's a little bit of a rust mark there, which is probably the size of about a 20-cent piece. I sort of believe that sort of happened because of the drainage pipes haven't been cleaned. Yeah, there's another little spot of rust on the other side, and it's just starting to bubble through there, which is on the surface. And look, that's pretty much all I can really say for rust. Also, I've had a brand new windscreen fitted, brand spanking new. I bought a brand new rubber, but the fellow that fitted it said that the original rubber was in excellent condition and need not be replaced. So $450 later, that was done. In regard to the underside, I've had it stored in it's been in a garage with an earth floor, so there's a little bit of surface rust, which is in the photos. I've got photos if anyone wants to have a look. I got underneath the car this morning. Now, the interior is very good, very original. Just wait for these cars to go by. The interior is very good, very original. Carpets are in good order. The wood grain's very nice indeed. And there's a couple of cracks, 1, 2, 3. And there's a little A little one I believe on the top there, but other than that the dash is in good order. It's got sheepskin covers fitted. The lower side, I think it's of the passengers, has got some splits in it that'll need some attention, but the car presents very, very well. All the power windows are all working. I operated the sunroof this morning. It's obviously a little bit stiff. It's been in storage. It needs a little bit of lubrication and some TLC. There's the rest of the interior, the carpets. The leather in the back's very, very good. Well, it's excellent. Obviously there's some minor loss of coloration here and there, but it's in very, very good order. All the door trims are excellent, as is the roof trim. She's in love. Look, it's in lovely original condition inside. The boot, very, very clean. I'll just go for the dash. Now, the car has, the original dash obviously, it has 132,622 Ks on the clock. It does reflect in the way the car drives. She starts and runs very, very well. Oil pressure is through the roof on idle. It's probably, the temperature gauge reflects it's got a little bit of heat in it, you can see there, but the oil pressure is absolutely brilliant. Tacho working. The speedometer floats a little bit when you're driving the car, but it's a lovely machine. Okay, let's go for the boot. In regards to the body, it looks like on the boot, won't really show up in the photos. Someone's put something here. It's very, very minor indentation there. And a little bit of rust just there too. Near the boot lid. Now the boot's in great condition. All original. It's got a Sanyo 10 CD stacker, which is not original. That's about the only thing I can pick that's not quite right in the car. And the boot's in great order. The protectors are still there. And original jack kit is fitted. Original tyre. Now I haven't wiped any of this down, so we obviously got the original tyre. It's all the kit's completely there and in great order. Now I'll just pop the bonnet. A factory 450 6.9 litre engine. There's the pneumatic suspension reservoir. Australian delivered. There's better photos of me on the eBay. We have the vehicle with York Star Motors in New South Wales, Sydney, and obviously we've got a dry sump. It's where you fill the oil up on the side there, on the driver's side. And it's a very, very original. Looks like the alternator's been replaced at some stage. The car's running very smoothly. When I purchased it, I put it into storage. A little bit of a miss has developed. I went to start it, it wasn't running, and I went through the fuses, and it was one of the fuses had a bit of corrosion on it, as did the relay. So I flushed those out with contact cleaner. All very, very nice. The underside of the bonnet has been, the sound deadener has been scraped off. Okay, and I'll show you shortly. I've got a brand new one, which is the original Bilstein item, which I've ordered, which just needs to be fitted. So it looks a bit shabby, but with the right trim, it'll come up really, really well. Chassis number. Going over bits and pieces of the body that normally display a little bit of rust, if there is some. It's all very, very nice. The thing I mentioned on the body, I think the only thing I can really pick, they didn't, just here, they didn't spray that properly. They masked that off along there. That's really the only thing I can pick with the body. The rest of it, all the trims and that have been taken off and done properly. That's quite clean. There's a little bit of rust on the petrol shield there. It's all quite clean. I really can't think of anything else I can really show you about the car. It's a very, very good original car, and it drives absolutely beautifully. My daily drive is 560 SEL, and this is very, very well, if you use it a certain way, it's very, very violent acceleration. It's a very, very powerful machine. Just noticed all the back, it's all very tidy along there. And as I mentioned, I haven't, the whole car's pretty much like that. It's just generally clean. It needs a good, all the power windows and everything work. I'll need a driver's one is usually where they stop. Okay, what do we got here? All the power windows work. She's a very, very presentable car as she is. Look, I would suggest probably needs a new distributor cap and rotor button. There is a very, very slight miss on idle, and when you're driving it, you can't notice it. Mechanically, she feels excellent on the road. Very, very slight. You can probably hear it here. I'll just get close to the exhaust. Very, very slight miss there, and there is a slight exhaust leak, which is about halfway up the exhaust system, so that'll obviously need to be attended to. The lenses are in great order. Now the books. I have got a beautiful array of original documentation with this car. Now, it was New South Wales registered. The registration number in New South Wales was NJU580. I think it was last registered in 2011 there. But I've got pretty much the whole lot. There's a vehicle delivery certificate which goes through the colour and trim and engine and everything. Now, the name and address of the owner's details have been blanked out, or crossed out. I certainly did not do that. That was all already there. So I've got original key, 2 original keys, emission standards, the Becker radio details, and very quickly got a lot of parts. A new old stock grille there. I've got the bubble roof for the sunroof with a beautiful rubber that goes with that. That's brand new. I think that's passenger side front indicator lens. I've got a brand new old stock headlight protector type thing, or headlight the glass for the headlight. There's an aftermarket set of car mats, 4 of them, which are in great order, and there's quite a lot of other bits and pieces. There's some little trim bits and pieces there. They're new old stock, and there's quite a lot in the shed as well, which I'll list separately on eBay. But anyway, that's her. She's a lovely original machine and does perform as you would expect a car of this power to do so. The paint presents very, very, very well. Very good to excellent, I would say. And the one thing I forgot to mention, a kind soul has run a key lightly across. It starts here, you can't really see, but it starts there and goes. You can just see it to there, and it's also done it from there, and the front door was spared. So probably 30 centimetres on the rear door and probably 30 centimetres on the rear panel, but the car does present very, very well. All the chrome's good. Literally some TLC would really, really bring her up, and yeah, a detail, a very, very good detail. You can see the engine, mate. There's a little bit of corrosion. So that wiped off. She's certainly all there. The battery's enormous. This is actually a battery out of the 560. I've got the battery out of this car in the other car, which I'll put back. It's also